Police say the victim in an altercation near North Las Vegas shopping center has died. North Las Vegas police say they were called about a fight between two men near Ann Road and Simmons just before noon today. A Walmart employee tells us the incident did not happen at the store, but the victim was found there. The victim was taken to the hospital with stab wounds and died later. Police say a person of interest is in custody and criminal charges are pending. Police have not released what those charges may be or the identity of the suspect or the victim.